I'd like to thank all my new subscribers, and I'd like to thank for the support that I'm getting on my channel. If you have a comment, let me know. I try to get back to you as soon as I can. Sometimes I don't get the notification for a couple hours after you post it, and I apologize for that, but I will try to get back to every single person that comments. This is my new brake line kit that I am going to install on my GTO here. So let's get started. I am going to be installing new brake line kits, 3/16 and 1/4 inch for my 68 GTO. These are my new flex line that I ordered from Willwood, from the caliper to the frame. So they're specific to the Willwood brake kit. So you need that part number right there. So let me see if I can get it without a glare. Right there. Okay. That's what I use. They're 14 inches long, in case you're wondering. And I want to show you. This is the other one here. Okay. And I bought the this line here is 14 inches long. All right. It comes with the proper 1/8 27th, which screws into the back of the caliper, and there is special threads. So in case you're wondering, they screw in the back. I'm going to show you in a second. Hold on. I'll bring you over here. Okay. If you see right there, the inlet line is 1/8 by 27, okay, NPT. Now this part you could only buy from Willwood. It's this right here, okay, and it comes in that specific kit that I was telling you about. Because if you don't, normally all the threads on the brake line kits are 1/8 by 24. So therefore you would strip it. So you remove the little tab and then you screw. They're labeled. If you look carefully, I don't know if I could focus in on there, but if you look carefully on that plastic cover, it'll tell you whether it's 3/8 or 1/4 inch. Let me see if I could get it in there. Right there. I don't know if you could see that in the camera, but it says 1/8. 1/8 is what gets screwed in here. Okay, so that part gets screwed in there, and then you run your flex line down and around, and it'll come right to this point here with the bracket. So I'm going to show you how to do that, but I'm going to give you a breakdown of all my parts that I have real quick. Okay, I bought everything. This comes in a kit right here. It is, let me show you the part number for that. B.R. Easy 316. So this is the 3/16 line. Okay, and this one here is the BREZ14, which is the 1/4 inch line, in case you're wondering. So I opened everything up and looked at it, made sure everything was right. But this is the 1/4 inch line kit with all the fittings that I need. And if I need to order more parts, I will. Those are all the fittings that come in this kit. Just show you like that. Okay, this is the 1/4 inch, and then this one over here is the 3/16. So you got pretty much every connector you need. You got unions over here. Okay, so I mean this is a really good kit. You pay for it. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it for what you're doing. And if you need to reorder anything, you could easily call them up, go online, and order exactly what you need. There's a whole layout with part numbers and everything. And they even got metric in here. See if you look there, that's the metric one. So if you're doing foreign cars or anything like that. But this is a really nice kit. I used it once before in the shop, but I just wanted to buy a whole new set for the GTO here. So If you have any questions, comments, let me know. And I'm going to get started on flaring. I'm going to give you a quick view on how I flare my brake lines in case you're interested. So I'll be right back. This is the flaring tool I'm going to be using. It's a K-Tool International, really nice, really easy to use, and I'm going to show you how I set it up and install it. So these are the tools that I'm going to use to do this. This is a handheld bending tool right here. It's very nice. Has 3/16 and 1/4 inch right there. Okay, you're going to use a deburring tool. So I have that one here. Some wrenches for the fittings. Here's my little tube cutter. All right, so it's really nice. Okay, and this is my bender that I'm going to be using. So the bender that I'm going to be using, this is I already have it in. It's 3/16 on one side, 1/4 inch on the other, and this is just a spare 5/16 and 3/8. Okay, so this is the spare one. I don't think I'm going to be using this one at all because my lines are 3/16 and 1/4 inch. So I'm going to show you this right here. You just put it in there, hold it down, and then just easily bend it. So that makes it very simple to use. Again, my cutters, my bender here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up, and I'm going to bring it down here, and I'm going to show you how I do it. But in the meantime, I'm going to take my 1/4 inch die. This kit, like I said, is really, really nice. Okay. This is a 1/4 inch, so it gives you a double inverted flare, and it also gives you a bubble flare. So depending on which way you want to use it, or which fitting you're going to use, you have both. Okay. So this is the double inverted flare. Show you a close up of that. Okay. And this is the bubble flare, which is flat on the bottom there. That's how you can tell it's a bubble flare. Okay? So in order to get started, what you have to do is you pull this out. This is the stopper for the die holder. Okay? So you take the die holder. So again, this is the die that I'm using, but that's the bubble side. You see how it's flat on the bottom? And then the inverted, double inverted, is actually at a 45 degrees. Let me see if I could show you that. Okay, there it is. Perfect. Okay, so what you do is you put that down in your little flare tool there, and then you see the two holes in the die, the two holes. You line them up. No matter what you do, you line them up, and then that way you won't have a problem mixing up whether one's a double, one's a bubble flare. Okay, so you take your brake line. Oh, sorry. So once that's in, you close the die here. You slide this in. Okay. Okay, make sure that's all locked in nice and tight. What I normally do is I just make this snug. Okay, because what I'm working with one hand, so I apologize. You take your brake line. This is nickel copper brake line, so it's very easy to bend. So what you do is you slide this in, that in, push this back. Again, I'm doing this with one hand, so I apologize. What you want to do is you want to bring the copper, your brake line, sorry, all the way to the very edge of your die. Can you see it right there? It's on the very, very edge. What you have to do after you line up your copper tubing, let me show you that right there. Once you do that, you have to line up your because this is a 1/4 inch line, you have to line up your 1/4 inch dies. So your first step is right there. You see it gets out of the sun glare right there. Okay. So there's your 1/4 inch die, OP1, you see that? And then this is OP2. So that's your second step. So this is your first step, 1. Second step is 2. So once you line that up, your die, make sure this is nice and tight so it doesn't push the line through, and then you pull back on this lever, and then you'll feel resistance at first, okay? Once you get that, you start pulling back on this lever, and you're gonna feel some resistance. And once you feel the resistance, you just pull a little harder, and that should give away, okay? And then that's the first step of your flare. So now, once you have your first step done, you move this to your second. So that gives you the double flare. So then you go in there with the double flare, and again, you're gonna feel some resistance, and you're gonna pull, and it's gonna give, and then once you feel it bottom out, that's complete, okay? So then you back off on that. Everything is complete. So I'm gonna take this off and show you what it looks like, okay? And you lift this up, and there it is. See, that is your double. Let me show you. That is your double flare. Yep, that came out really nice. Just wanted to show you that flare. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Here's one I did earlier. Cut it off. Just wanted to see exactly how everything worked. But yes, it came out really nice. This is a super easy flaring tool. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. All right, let's keep going. Let's put it on the frame. This is the brake line, the 1/4-inch brake line, okay? So this is the 1/4-inch brake line right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay it in here, and I'm gonna stretch it to this cable just to make sure it's long enough. And then once I get it to a certain point, I'm gonna clamp it. I'm gonna clamp it here, clamp it, and I'm gonna run it down. First, I put in the distribution box right here. It's not tight yet. I'm gonna show you that right there. Okay, that's where all the brake lines connect to. I have my line here temporarily set. Here's my fitting, and I am gonna measure this and then cut it and then bend it so it fits in my distribution box. My line this way, all the way down. And what I have to do in certain areas so it doesn't wear is I have to put the stone guard on the transmission line, I'm sorry, on the brake line. I just have it temporarily clamped right now. Fits right in here, and I have it clamped up there, and I have it bent nicely all the way around there. And right here I have it loose because I haven't done anything with that yet, but this is where it connects to the rear brake line. So again, just doing this, and everything's lining up nicely. Okay, here's a close-up of what I did. I bent the line like this. You have to be careful you don't pinch your brake line. And also right here is where the floor pan comes up. So you only have about 2.5, 3 inches from this part to your floor pan. So you need to be careful there. Okay, so and this is the flex line that I used. This is the original GTO brake line connector there. So I bought that, and this is the piece that holds it on. So this goes, I had to modify it because of the Ford 9-inch rear. I had to cut the plate off, grind it, make it round so it fit in there like this. Oh, sorry, let me turn that around this way. And then that being said, this part here comes around and connects in there like this. So just so you know, I'm going to show you that later when I get to it. But anyway, I just wanted to show you. I ran the line coming down. This is really nice line to run. It's not stainless steel. It's nickel copper. Very soft, very easy, but you have to be careful you do not kink it. Just want to show you how I ran it along here. And I have these clamped. Let me take this off. There you go. Oh, sorry. I have this clamp here temporarily. I ordered new ones that come with a rubber piece so it protects the line. So I'm waiting for them to come in, and when they come in, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Comes up and around, and there you have it. It goes into, let me show you. I have that bent like that. Okay. I put this in temporarily. This is the flex line for my caliper here. So I have this in. Don't forget, every flare nut you have to use some kind of tape, so thread tape, so it doesn't leak. Okay, so there you have it. I threaded that. This is the side that goes in. That's labeled 1/8. The other way you can tell, just so you know, is if you take this cap off here, you can screw the flex line into this elbow, right? Just like that. And it's easy to screw in, okay? But it won't be that easy to screw into that. So that's another way you can tell which way this goes. And you have to be careful. I mentioned this before. It is 1/8 27 NPT. Okay, just so you know. All right, so be careful you don't strip your threads. Okay, I have everything in so far on the driver's side. So I wanted to show you that right there. That is the elbow for the flex line. Okay, it comes up like this, attaches here. That's done. This is nice and tight. Come around. I did this side. I just want to show you my bends. All right, there you go, just like that. Into the distribution box there. It's coming around. I still haven't fastened the line yet. All right, that gets, fastened like that. Okay, there. Or you could put it there, wherever you like. I think I'm gonna put it here. So, and then there's that part there. Everything I used the nylon tape. Make sure it doesn't leak. Close up of that. Okay. I'm going to replace this clip, and I'm going to use actually this clip here. So then I have this part over here. Wanted to show you. I'm going to work on this section here. Like I said, I had to modify this piece to make it fit on the Ford 9-inch rear. On the GM, this bolt is actually on this side. So it is basically installed this way. This is the 3/16 line that goes through here. I ran 1/4 inch, just so you know, from this junction point all the way to the distribution box. Okay, I just want to show you basically how I do this brake line in the back. I did the driver's side. I just have to make a clamp to clamp that to the rear because it's loose right now. But all I do is basically, let me take a scrap here, is I take the copper line. I think I showed you how I did that up there. And this is a line bender, okay? 1/4 inch brake line and 3/16. So you just put it in there, you squeeze it, and then you just gently, make sure I got a good shot of it, just gently turn 90 degrees or so, and then you make that bend without creasing the line in here, because that's the most important part. Okay, this is what it looks like right here at this connection point. So I just put like a little S bend in here, really nice. I did the same thing on the other side, and it rides underneath the R joint here, which clears it, and then it runs through here over the clamp, and it connects right there. See that? I have to make a bracket. You could buy a bracket and you could install it, so I'm just going to do that right there. So if I ever need to take the caliper off, I put the flex line so I can. So the flex line's right here. Let me see, this is a better shot of it. Yeah, see the flex line? The flex line is right here, so that's nice. So I could just easily take this off and remove the caliper to replace the brakes or service the rotor or do whatever I need to do. The brakes are removed from the back. But that's not going to be an issue. But if I ever have to remove the caliper, I can without disconnecting the brake line and introducing air in the system, just so you know. That around, just like that, and that's going to complete the backside. So that's it. Okay, I'm all done doing my brake lines. I wanted to show you, I put this piece in here, bring you around that way. That piece right there actually is the brake line clip. Okay, so I welded it to the rear, all the way up there to the connector. Okay, so there's the clip, there's the flex line that attaches to the caliper right there. Everything's out of the way, it's nice, it's neat, it's clean. And I wanted to show you this piece over here. See if I could get a better shot on this side for you. Hold on. Yeah, right there. Okay, there's a nice shot of it for you, connected to the caliper with the flex line right there. Okay, I put a piece in here. This is the connector over here as well. Ran my line, bent it down there, put my fasteners in all the way across there. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to run my fuel lines, but okay, they go down. I made sure I cleared all my, I got to touch that up. Okay, there's my connection port right there, connection box, and that went up around there. Bent it up there like that. Okay, did that connection there, and that goes to my caliper. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know. It was very easy to use the copper nickel brake line. So again, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. That worked out really, really nice all the way down there. So that's complete. So my next step is to put the body on top of the frame so I can do my transmission tunnel, make sure that that's done properly, and I'll be putting a video on that as well. Please like, share, and subscribe.